Hi class, it's Dr. Brace here, and this is a quick video to talk about one of the 4 curricula that we're looking at in the first week of our class. So this is looking at Project DARE, which is the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program. This is a research article that is looking at the early stages of effectiveness of this program. So this is written by William DeJong. And let's dive right in. So this is assessing the impact Project DARE had on the knowledge, attitudes, and self-reported behaviors of 7th grade children who received the DARE curriculum the year before. There was an intervention group, those who received the DARE curriculum, and then a control group, students who did not have the DARE training. And when you compared the 2 groups, students who received the DARE program had significantly lower use of alcohol, cigarettes, and other drugs since graduating from the 6th grade. These findings were especially strong for the boy middle school students. And with this article, there is quite a bit of information about the rationale for developing this program. We have different areas where they were focusing on with developing the program. There is a description of DARE, so please read this and pay attention to what they were doing in the program. The curriculum is provided, and it describes the number of classroom settings, who conducted the training, and then the strategies the teachers used to both provide the information and then how it was assessed. So some examples, there were practices for personal safety, how to protect yourselves when you are potentially coming into harm, whether it be at home, school, etc. There were lessons about drug use and misuse, the consequences of using or choosing not to use the different substances, how to resist peer pressure, and then ways that you can say no to peer pressure. So it goes on to talk more about different strategies and types of information that the students learned, and then it moves on into the methods. So as I stated earlier, this was a experimental design that had a control group who did not receive the DARE curriculum, and then the intervention group who did. So they were all middle school students, and overall, there were 1,663 students who completed a questionnaire that was assessing the knowledge, attitudes, and skills delivered by Project DARE. They talk about how the data were cleaned and reported, the measures in the questionnaire, the types of questions, and then lots of information about the questionnaire, their research procedures, how they coded data, some information about their research methodology to think about before you read their results, and then their results are presented. So they were looking at a comparison of the 2 groups, so control groups, the control group versus the intervention group. And then they also looked at differences across things like gender. They assessed self-concept, the refusal strategies, and so forth. So please look through this. There's lots of data tables. They had measures related to knowledge, substance abuse, and then they go into their discussion. So please read through the discussion and think about what their findings show and what looked to be effective and what looked to not work so well. And please do keep in mind, this is an early evaluation of the program, so this is short term. They don't, in this article, have any longitudinal data, so looking at the impact of this program on the students years down the line. We're actually going to look at an article assessing long-term implications at the end of this term. So we'll come back to this. So please look at what they did, the curriculum, the different activities, and this is something that you can potentially use when you're developing your curriculum this term. If you have questions, please definitely post them in the Blackboard and I will answer them there. Otherwise, you have a lovely day. Thank you.